Welcome back to the Fenrir Canine Training Channel and another episode of our Q&A series. This is a series where you guys ask your questions and we hopefully help you become higher level canine leaders that can raise perfect canine companions. Now, if you are new here, my name's Will. I'm a canine behaviourist. I'm the founder and CEO here at FenrirCanineLeaders.com. This is Joe, one of our certified Fenrir Canine leaders, and he's been going through some of the questions that you've been leaving in the comments of these videos. He's found one, he's going to ask me, and hopefully we're going to be able to help. So let's dive straight into it.
Awesome. So this one's asking for more kind of tips on this topic. So tips on travelling long distance with a new puppy, which I guess is quite a regular occurrence for a lot of people as they're driving to go and get
happens
a new puppy
all the
breeder.
time, and it's not usually until they're halfway getting there where they realise,
this could be interesting for a new puppy.
I haven't thought about this 10-hour drive back that we now need to do. So again, definitely a great question and definitely something we can dive into. So for me, I always preach about the importance of starting as you mean to go on. You don't, we'll wait till we get home, or we'll wait till next week, or we wait till next month. Everything is around leadership, relationship and communication, and that happens from the second you go and meet your puppy in those early days where you choose your puppy, and then onwards from the second you pick it up and bring it home. So it is important to start as you mean to go on and structure that relationship as you mean to go on. Now, some of the common problems that you're going to face with your puppy on a long drive back is going to be around crying, and is going to be around toilets, training or toilet needs, as it were. So I've had
the worst experience with those combined. Of that, when we got our flat-coated retriever, hated being in the car. So in the boot first start driving, and then straight away crying and pooed. I think out of panic, it just pooed. And it was not ideal because we had both those scenarios.
And again, you are not the only one that has to go through that. Then you get home and there's a mess everywhere. It stinks. You've got to bath the puppy. It's a mess, quite literally. So definitely they're the two main things that you're going to face. So I always talk about with puppy training, and in my Perfect Puppy course, I really like a super routine and disciplined approach to toilet training. So on that drive back, usually with toilet training, I say on the hour, every hour when you get home, especially when you first get back. And then as the weeks go on, you can extend those time periods a little bit. On that drive, I would say 45 minutes of driving, followed by a stop, get out, and 15 minutes. Stretch your legs, let the dog get out, have an opportunity to go to the toilet. Again, burn off a little bit of energy, especially on some of those really long drives that a lot of people do. Then back in the car, off you go. So again, try and make that like a routine. So at 1/4 to the hour, stop, play, fun, feed them if they need feeding, give them opportunity to have a drink, give them opportunity to go to the toilet, 15 minutes, then back in the car and go again. You can just repeat that and repeat that. Then the next issue is around, what do you want to do about crying? Now this one, I think, as I do this more and I've helped more people, I think I'm getting a bit softer. Back in the day, I'd have done the same thing. They go in the boot, they go in a crate, and you ignore them if they cry. Same approach I used to have very brutally for first night at home. Just deal with it. Now that is an approach. I think, again, as I've had more puppies and I've helped more people, I used to think that, like, again, going back to that start as you mean to go on, that you have to straight away go in hard, go in firm. I actually am lightening up to those ideas that if you want to have the dog, now this is where legalities come in. So again, you got to make sure you follow whatever your local laws are. But if you're able to and you want to have the puppy on your lap, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Again, it is a traumatic experience from the puppy. We're ripping them away from their mothers and their litter mates.
They're handling a lot of things
in one go to then make them deal with crate training and cars for the first time. So I think when we picked Mabel up, we got her bed and we put it in the footwell of the passenger on a lead, so she was safe, so she couldn't explore. We didn't straight away manners. She wasn't allowed to jump up. Every time she jumped up, push back down. And eventually she did. I think it was a 3-hour drive we had to do. And after the first stop, she just curled up and went to sleep. And we were able to then push forward. So straight away, we were able to get going with manners. And so there was definitely a learning experience to be had there. Yet it wasn't as stressful as sticking her in the boot and making her go through that. Because we can deal with that.
So there's
when we
a
get
certain
home.
level to give and take.
Yes.
Because it's their first experience. Your potentially your first experience with a puppy as well. So you're learning as much as them. So
yeah, exactly. So like I say, I'm getting a bit softer in my older age, all of that. Yeah, exactly. So again, I don't necessarily think I think have your, is where the importance of rules, boundaries and expectations. Go into it knowing what they are and then stick to them. If you're making the decision, no, it's going in the boot, okay, awesome. That puppy is going to scream and they're going to bark and cry the whole journey, but you have made that decision, so you now need to stick to that as a calm, consistent leader, consistency there. If you go, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I can't drive and have that dog squealing. I'm going to have it in a crate on the passenger seat, or like we did, bring someone with me and have it in the footwell, but I'm not going to let it jump up and sit on the laps. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Now stick to that.
That's the decision.
I think that would be my kind of main thing. But again, like I say, I'm getting a bit more empathy for more, especially when I've started learning more about kind of canine puppy psychology and traumatic experiences early on. Again, I think people have gone too far with worrying about those things, but I do think there's a bit of leeway that we can give a young puppy at that age. That's why we'll go on to, I know we're talking about these journeys, so stop me if I start waffling. But that's where my approach from going through that first night went from stick them in there and leave them to now I offer that's one solution, but another solution is to have them in the crate in the bedroom next to your bed for the first couple of nights, and then towards the end of your bed, and then to the doorway, and then into the hall, and just give them that opportunity to acclimate a little bit slowly.
There's tips for everyone and everyone's lifestyle, because everyone's car's different, because car's going to make a difference if you're getting a bigger dog and it's a small car, or all these different things, and houses are different, so there's varying factors with that as well, of course.
So I think the overarching principle is stop often and regularly, give them lots of time to go to the toilet and burn off as much energy. The tireder they are, the easier it will be. So again, tap into that. If you're using a crate, fill it full of comfortable stuff and stuff that smells like their litter mates. A good breeder should give you a towel or a blanket that's been in there. So again, some familiar smells and scents. Again, quite common sense stuff, but take regular breaks, plan ahead, be proactive and preemptive, make a decision as a family who's going, and then stick to that decision.
To an extent, it's me and my wife going on a long drive. I just plan in lots of breaks. Lots of breaks, try and wear her out before we go so she sleeps most of the way. That's the plan.
Not commenting on this, which makes it an excellent
Hopefully she doesn't watch this video and then we get away with it.
And on that note, leave your questions down in the comment section below. We're wrapping this one up definitely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Fenrir Canine Training.